This is the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Act 2018, Section 122, Consumers' Right to Return Goods. In addition to the consumer's right to return unsafe or defective goods under any law or enactment, the consumer may return goods to the supplier and receive a full refund of any consideration paid for those goods if the supplier has delivered a goods intended to satisfy a particular purpose communicated to the supplier and within a reasonable time after delivery to the consumer, the goods have been found to be unsuitable for that particular purpose, or B, goods that the consumer did not have an opportunity to examine before delivery and the consumer has rejected delivery of those goods within a reasonable time after delivery to the consumer for the reason that the goods do not correspond with description, sample, or that they are not of the type and quality reasonably contemplated in the sales agreement. Section 123. General standards for the marketing of goods and services. A producer, importer, distributor, retailer, trader, or service provider shall not, in pursuance of trade for the purpose of promoting or marketing directly or indirectly goods or services, make any representation to a consumer. A. In a manner that is likely to imply any false or incorrect representation concerning those goods or services. B. That is reasonably misleading or likely to be misleading in any material respect concerning those goods and services. C. In a manner that is erroneous, fraudulent, or deceptive in any way, including in respect of 1. The nature, property, advantages, or uses of the goods or services. 2. The manner in or condition on which those goods or services may be supplied. 3. The price at which the goods or services may be supplied or in existence of, or relationship of the price to any previous price or competitor's price for comparable or similar goods or services. 4. The sponsoring of any event or any other material aspect of the goods or services. D. In the form of a statement, warranty or guarantee of performance, efficacy of length of life, or product that is not based on an adequate and proper test of the goods or services, the proof of which lies on the person making the representation. E. In a form that purports to be a warranty or a guarantee of any goods or services, or a promise to replace, maintain, or repeat an article or any part thereof, or to repeat or to continue the service until it has achieved a specific result, until it has achieved a specified result. If the form of purported warranty, guarantee, or promise is materially misleading, or there is no reasonable prospect that will be carried out. F. To falsely represent to the public in the form of a statement, warranty, or guarantee that services are of a particular kind, standard, quality, or quantity, or are supplied by any particular undertaking or any undertaking of a particular trade, qualification, or skill. G. That is materially a misleading representation to the public concerning the price at which particular goods or services or like goods or services have been or will be ordinarily supplied. 2. For the purpose of this act, the following types of representations shall be deemed to be made to the public by and only by the undertaking who caused it to be expressed, made, or contained. That is to say, a representation that is A. Expressed on goods or services offered or displayed for sale. B. Expressed on anything attached to, inserted in, or accompanying goods offered or displayed for sale, their wrapper or container or anything on which the goods are mounted for display or sale. C. Expressed on display in the place where the goods or services are sold. D. Made in the course of selling goods or services to the ultimate consumer. Or E. Contained in or on anything that is sold, sent, delivered, transmitted, or in any other manner made available to a member of the public. Subsection 3. Where the undertaking referred to in subsection 2 is outside Nigeria, the representation shall be deemed to be made A. In a case described in subsection 2A, B, or E by the undertaking that imported the goods or services, and B. In the case described in subsection 2C by the undertaking that imported the display to Nigeria. Subsection 124, right to fair dealings. An undertaking or a person acting on its behalf shall not use physical force, coercion, undue influence, or pressure, harassment, unfair tactics, or any other similar conduct against any person in connection with A. Marketing of any goods or services, B. Supply of goods or services to a consumer, C. Negotiation, conclusion, execution, or enforcement of an agreement to supply any goods or services to a consumer. Let's take C again. C. Negotiation, conclusion, execution, or enforcement of an agreement to supply any goods or services to a consumer. D. Demand for or collection of payment of goods or services by a consumer. E. The conduct of a legitimate business transaction. Subsection 2. In addition to any conduct contemplated in subsection 1, an undertaking or any person acting on his behalf shall not knowingly take advantage of the fact that a potential consumer was substantially unable to protect the consumer's own interests because of physical or mental disability, illiteracy, ignorance, inability to understand the language of an agreement, or any other similar factor. Section 125. False, misleading, or deceptive representatives. Subsection 1. Where in the marketing of any goods or services, an undertaking or any person acting on his behalf by words or conduct, A. Directly or indirectly expresses or implies a false, misleading, or deceptive representation concerning a material fact to a consumer or prospective consumer, or B. Fails to correct an apparent misapprehension to the part of a consumer or prospective consumer, amounting to a false, misleading, or deceptive representation, or permit to require any other person to do so, the undertaking is liable for damages to any person damaged and shall be ordered to make monetary restitution. Subsection 2, Section 125, Subsection 2. A person acting on behalf of a supplier of any goods or services shall not A. Falsely represent that the person has any sponsorship, approval, or affiliation, or B. Engage in any conduct that the supplier is prohibited from engaging in under subsection 1. Section 126 now of the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Act 2018, representation test and publication testimonials. 1. Subsection 1, Section 126, Subsection 1. An undertaking shall not, for the purpose of promoting, directly or indirectly, the supply or use of any goods or services or any business interest, make a representation to the public that a test as to the performance, efficacy, or length of life of the goods or services has been made by any person, or publish a testimonial with respect to the product unless it can establish the matters specified in subsection 2. Subsection 2. The matters referred to in subsection 1 are A. That the representation or testimonial was previously made or published by the person by whom the test was made or the testimonial was given, as the case may be, or B. That before the representation or testimonial was made or published, it was approved and permission to make or publish it was given in writing by the person who made the test or gave the testimonial, as the case may be, and it's accord with the representation or testimonial previously made, published, or approved.